Dr. Peter Dorman, President of the University, ladies and gentlemen. With great pleasure, I'm participating today in the 2014 edition of this Student and Alumni Conference. And it is with great honor that I receive and accept the 2014 Architecture and Design Distinguished Alumnus Award in recognition of my lifetime career achievement. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, for selecting me, and thank you, AUB, for still playing a major role in my professional life some 40 years after my graduation. With great pride, I add, AUB did and is still doing a great job at educating a generation of young professionals and is preparing them to leave the university and to step confidently into the real world. No efforts spared to provide students with adequate facilities, to recruit quality faculty, to provide solid teaching programs, but also events such as this conference, which are excellent venues for facilitating interaction between the younger and more experienced generations of engineers and architects. In return, AUB can boast that it has graduated generation of distinguished alumni, particularly in the engineering, architecture, and construction field, whose landmark works can be seen all over the MENA region and even beyond in the Americas, Europe, Asia, and Africa. Still, ladies and gentlemen, when you cross the AUB door to step into the real world, it becomes a completely different ball game. No matter how well prepared you are, you will still be faced with surprises, some pleasant, others not so much. How you overcome these challenges, difficulties, and deliver your task will define who you are and whether you are a born leader and whether you can motivate people to go beyond the call of duty. Which brings me, ladies and gentlemen, to the focus of my talk today, the art of leadership and its role in bringing success to any company or a project. All of us passed through a phase when we wondered about our leadership qualities, so most probably you ask yourself, I'm a leader? Or maybe you think, shall I become a one as I go up the steps of the organization? And of course, you may conclude, no worries, I will learn leadership when I reach there. Well, sorry to disappoint some of you, the answer is simply no. Leadership is born with you. You may have it, but you don't know it, or maybe you did not develop it, you did not develop yet the skill for it. But unfortunately, if you don't have it in you, it will not come at a later stage, and certainly you cannot learn it. In short, leadership is a gift and an art. So how can you recognize if you have what it needs to be a leader? You need, first, to have a sense of real self-assurance and the art of inspiring confidence and the ease to command. So you need to have credibility and integrity. Second, to have a passion, a vision, and be focused on achieving your set of goals. Third, to be honest and straightforward, and top, genuinely care about people. Fourth, to never accept a failure, learn from your mistakes, and always fight. And fifth, and not least, a key element, to stay humble and never let success get to your head. If you have all or most of these traits today, then you are a born leader or a leader in training. Allow me to take you through my career path and to share with some of you the milestones that allow me to discover and develop my leadership capabilities. It all started in Sharjah in 1976 upon graduation from the American University of Beirut in 1974 with a bachelor degree in architecture. My friend, Basim Ziadeh, invited me to come here and take advantage of the many design and construction opportunities in the Emirate. I joined a construction firm as a site engineer for a salary of 3,000 dirham per month. I worked hard, delivered project ahead of time and within a budget. Unfortunately, my boss did not recognize this. At this moment, I decided not to work ever again for anybody, except for myself. And this is my first milestone. So I returned to Beirut and I founded a design consultancy, AREEN, in 1978 with Basim and another friend from EUB, the late Omar Salhab. After 36 years, AREEN is still there and is now our main holding company. That same year, in 1978, I left Beirut, and since my partners did not want to leave Beirut, I went to Saudi Arabia to test the market for a year. This is my second milestone. That year has now stretched into 36 years with no end at sight. The third milestone in my career was when I was introduced by accident to Mr. Basim Bin Ladin. I began a partnership with Saudi Bin Ladin Group in 1986 that has produced some of the world's most remarkable buildings and public projects. I started with 2 people working for me on a small project of less than 4,000 square meters, which I delivered ahead of time and within a budget. Mr. Basim Bin Ladin recognized my efforts and believed in my capabilities. He immediately assigned me to a 300,000 square meter project with a crew of 15,000 to be delivered in 24 months. Again, I managed, controlled, and delivered the project efficiently and on time, thus gaining the trust of my management. Mr. Bin Ladin's seal of approval confirmed my leadership qualities and gave me the confidence that allowed me to grow and work independently and to be aggressive and not be afraid of failure. Today, based in Jeddah, but traveling 200 days a year, I had more than 200 enterprises, not taking into consideration subsidiaries and branches. I have a workforce that exceeds 200,000, and we are involved mainly in EPC projects, which is engineering, procurement, and construction, whether in trading, project management and execution, or manufacturing with activities all around the world, focusing mainly on the Middle East, but with a strong presence, Europe, Africa, and Asia. True that leadership comes with immense awards, but unfortunately, it comes at a high cost. In my case, personal sacrifices and spending long hours away from my family and loved ones, working at least 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, to cover all domains, all time zones, and all geographical areas, and able to respond and support our clients and partners. Still, it feels to be great and to be on the top. In conclusion, leadership is an art. You are born with it. Leadership is the art of possibility and never to give up. Leadership is the art of seizing opportunities and delivering on your promises. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. I wish you the best of luck in your careers and future endeavors. And remember, always strive and to seek to make a difference. Thank you very much.
Having come to UB and getting the degree from FEA, would it have been different if you got a degree from another unit at AU? Do you feel FEA had specialized or it doesn't matter?
That's a difficult question, but
I
have to answer because at that time, the UB is the best. In let's say, in the early 60s, you have UB, you have IC. And UB for English-educated people is really the best. And it happened to be really the best. And I still believe it's the best. Although LAU, I don't know, Dr. Peter Doman here is challenging AUB and the type of students, but still it's the best. And it's the best program and the best students. We have very good students that are working with us. They have a strong presence and they're doing good work. Actually, I was not planning to come AUB. My late father forced me to come AUB because I want to be a cartoonist and comics. Okay, so I thank my late father. He forced me to come here. Otherwise, I want to go and learn cartoons and comics. And I'm very glad that I am today what I am. Any further question? That's another. Yani you will be a leader in any one of these fields. My late father also wants me to be a doctor. I didn't like it. So he forced me architecture. He says it's very near to cartoons. So I accepted that. Sorry.
What is your best design? I mean, you have designed many buildings. I mean, which design do you think?
Actually, I did not design. I didn't design. Basim is here, and his designer actually executes. Okay. I control what is being designed, and I correct what has been designed. Sorry.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you chose the beginning. I think clearly you did very well. Congratulations on the award. My question to you is on the leadership. You said that leadership, and it's a philosophical question. It's innate. It's not acquired. I can appreciate that, but do you see a role for the university, AREEN, FEA, the faculty, the staff, in helping the students bring these skills forward, the leadership skills? Maybe they have it innate in them, but perhaps their journey at the university helps them bring these skills forward. How do you see our role in helping the students become leaders?
Well, I'll give you an example. I have two students who are graduated from MBA engineering, same age, and they came to us at the same time. One is a leader who is managing around 10,000 people. Another one is sitting in the office, and he's barely capable of producing the drawing. They graduated from the same school. I'm not going to give names. They've been passed through the same experience, and I opened the opportunity for both of them at the same time. But unfortunately, that's what happened, which means no matter what you do, I push them very hard. I give them all the possibilities, but it's him. And mind you, he works very hard, this guy. He works 12 hours a day in the office, but that's what he produces, because that is his capability. The other person, let me tell you, his grade's less than the other guy in graduation, but has nothing to do with it. It is what is in himself, what he has learned, and how he was really able to use it and to execute. That's what we care at the end of the day. What you lead, and how you lead 10,000 people, and how you deliver a project, and how you make money for us, it's all combined. So like I said, we try to teach people, you cannot teach it. This is born with you, for sure. I mean, we give it to you, you learn it in the school. In EUB, I always give a lesson or a statement. Late Dean Ghusson used to teach us the letter of writing. I repeat it to everybody. We used to run from this class, and we go to the coffee shop. He actually comes and takes us from the coffee shop to come and hear this. And I realized, and everybody realized, the art of writing is an art, and that's how you make your money. And he was right, that learning how to write a letter makes a big difference in your business life. And he was right. Yes, I'm sure of that. But I don't know if this is the course teaching the course of writing.
Yesterday, Osama, in the meeting that you did not come, Osama was asking me about comparing our students to those from Arabic. And I told him, from everything I hear, the Arabic, the Lebanese, they take many courses in engineering, but they don't take courses in cultural studies, they don't take courses in music, they don't take other courses. We require 30% of all our credits are in arts and sciences. So we require a lot of things from the students that are from culture. Whereas the Arabic produces an engineer and his practice immediately. But long term, I think our students catch up on that's
not. Culture is very important. But like I said, I don't know if the course of writing is still there. I think it's a very important course.
We require a lot of writing in our courses.
There is a requirement writing in the disciplines. Yes, so there is one of the general.
No, this course was really business writing letter. And I think you should teach that because it's really, really important. Because all the students who graduated and come to us, and when in their position they have to write letter, they are very weak in writing letter because they give their own message. See, when you are responsible, you want to send to a client or to send to somebody. If you don't write it well, and this paper is like an official document, it hurts you. And it misleads you and it might make you lose money. Sorry.
Can you speak a bit about your relation with the cartoon art, where you want to take it, and do you still produce, or do you produce cartoons in your spare time if you have spare time?
Well, I still produce. Once in a while, I publish books by myself, distributed only to friends. I tell to sell it on the market, but I sell only 100 copies. Nobody reads. In the Middle East, nobody reads comics and cartoons. I'm trying to establish with the AUB a program for what we call distinguishing people in comics and cartoons in the name of Mahmoud Kahil. And I'm trying to sponsor a course in that. I have a small publishing company and a small website that promotes the old generation of artists and cartoonists and the future ones. I do as much as I can because I don't have enough time for that. Whenever I have time, I give it some time. But still, I love it. I'm a good collector of books. I'm a good collector of original comics and cartoons worldwide. And that's my passion that I try to spend time on it.
Professor Ivy is very much into that. And this year she designed a clip that we put on the web about the football game. And I forgot to mention, I was planning to say that we won the football game against all of you, the basketball game against all of you, and this game against all of you. FEA against everyone.
Maybe we should show it. No,
I'm doing there.
Thank you.
Before you leave us, I want to ask you a question. Can you guess what's the common element between engineering at the AUB and engineers at the AUB?
Well, I don't know. Like I said.
Well, that's a joke.
No, but it's not a joke. It's a fact. Some of LAU students are really good, but let me tell you, they both have the same programs, but most probably because the people are really good people and themselves are good. And sometimes, like I said, you can be a very low-grade student, and whether in both university, but still you are a successful man because you are a leader or you can do work, okay? But LAU has actually have done a good, through the last 7 years, they have improved a lot, and their teaching program and the students that come and join us are really good as AUB. And some of them are good leaders. But like I said, this depends on the person himself.
The common element between both engineers is that they both apply to AUB.
They both?
They both apply to AUB initiatives.
But everybody at any university wants to enter university, I'm sure of that. But still, I said,